Hi, I'm Jean, and I'm 52 years old.
I'm 52 years old.
I am 52 years old.
I'm 52 years old.
I'm 52 years old.
We're not wearing any makeup.
We're going to share our skincare routines and what cosmetic procedures we've had done.
Okay, so I have had Botox on my forehead, my 11s, my crow's feet. I just recently got fillers for the very first time on my nasolabial.
The only thing I have had done was permanent eyeliner on my upper eyelids.
I've not had any cosmetic procedures.
The only work I have done is 2 dental implants.
I have done no cosmetic procedures.
I've had everything done, honey. I've done Fraxel, I've done Tixel. I love peels, all kinds of peels. A little hyaluronic acid, just a zhuzh here and here, there. Little bit of what my dermatologist calls baby Botox, just a drop right there. Right there. That's it, nothing crazy.
So I've used Botox since I was about 35. Only on my forehead, about twice a year I get it done.
And I get Botox and Daxify twice a year. In between my eyes, my forehead, and the crow's feet.
I've never had any cosmetic surgery and I don't get any injectables, but I do have facials about every 3 months. When I'm splurging, I get a Diamond Glow facial because that one is very pricey.
So I've had 1 orchiectomy, 3 breast augmentations, a facial feminization surgery ×1, which included a chin implant ×2, a rhinoplasty ×3, cheek implants ×1.5, and forehead reconstruction. I also had a tracheotomy. I think I'm done.
What do I spend in a year on creams, potions, lotions, and procedures and taking care of my youthful glow? I've lost track. And I'm a little bit embarrassed to say, but I couldn't begin to add it up. Totally have no idea what I spend, but it's probably safe to say over $5,000 a year.
Gotta be less than $100. Yeah, it's not a lot. I don't spend too much money or time thinking about it.
Every year, I spend about $2,500 on procedures and about at least $500 on products.
I probably spend around $500 a year, including the makeup that I use, which is not much.
Between $3,000 and $6,000.
$2,500.
$600 a year on skincare.
$7,000 to $8,000 on skincare per year.
One of my closest friends is a dermatologist, so I don't have to pay for a lot of these services, which would be a lot more money. But I would estimate anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000. You know, I don't use overly expensive products. I focus on formulation over packaging and branding.
The products that I use really go a long way. So I spend roughly $150 to $200 a year, and that's really helpful.
Okay, so my morning skincare routine, I've used the same cleanser for about 25 years. I use Murad, the anti-acne cleanser. The other parts of my routine have changed since I hit menopause. So I use the La Mer resurfacing serum, and then the treatment lotion, and then during the day I use the mattifying lotion, and then I use Murad mattifying sunblock. Part of the reason I credit my skin looking so good is I used this mattifying sunblock for years. This is Beauty by Breast Cancer. The way I started using La Mer was someone in one of the groups, I had radiation burns, and they were like, oh, this really worked for me. And so I'd never considered using a product that was $350. But then when it worked on my skin, I was like, oh. At night, the only thing that changes in my routine is that I use La Mer soft cream instead of the mattifying lotion.
In the morning, I wash my face with really cold water, and I use Kiehl's Facial Fuel Face Wash. In the evening, I do the same, but I also use a moisturizer with collagen in it, about 3 to 5 times a week.
I use micellar water, sometimes additionally cleanser by La Roche-Posay that cleanses and exfoliates and treats hyperpigmentation. Then I use my face serum, eye serum, and my face cream. And sometimes I also well, sometimes every day, I add in tubes from my dermatologist, Retin-A, but Retin-A usually at night, hydroquinone for dark spots, and then I seal it all with a layer of sunscreen topped with sunscreen powder. Sometimes when I do have time, I like to do whole facials, exfoliation, scrub, mask, dermaflash. Now you're gonna think I'm a little bit obsessive, but at home I have spa equipment. I have radio frequency, high frequency, infrared, blue light, red light. I can't resist a beauty gadget, so anything that they're selling that's gonna like smooth me out, brighten me, tighten me, glow me out, I buy it. That's the truth.
Right now I'm using a Neutrogena gentle cleanser. After that, I apply a moisturizer by Rock that has SPF in it, so that's all in one. Every once in a while, I'll also add a little oil to my face underneath the moisturizer. But at the end of the day, I make sure that I'll use a makeup wipe, and then I will cleanse my face once again with that same cleanser. Sometimes I'll add a little bit of a scrub to really get deep in it. Once everything's done, then I'll add a moisturizer again, a nighttime moisturizer. It just really helps to keep my skin moisturized when I'm about to go to sleep.
So in the morning, I use a Japanese cleansing oil on my dry skin. I put moisturizer on my face, and I use Sonia Rosselli called Water Balm. Sometimes I alternate that with just CeraVe, and then my foundation or the moisturizer has sunscreen in it. In the evening, I use the same Japanese cleansing oil by Sonia Rosselli, and then use a really nice thick moisturizer by ISDIN. And I also use their neck cream because I'm trying to keep everything balanced.
So I use CeraVe foam to cream cleanser in the morning, followed by a Jawara tamarind tea toner, and then afterwards I use a vitamin C serum from Vichy, and then after that, Bare Minerals tinted moisturizer with SPF 30, and then I add additional SPF from La Roche-Posay. Nighttime, if I have makeup on, I remove the makeup with Elemis Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm, then followed by the CeraVe foam to cream cleanser, and after that I use various retinols. I just have like a whole bunch of them, followed by a thicker moisturizer, and I also have like several different moisturizers that I use.
I use the whole Revitalift skincare treatment by L'Oreal. I use their exfoliation cream, their soap, their wrinkle cream. I apply that to my forehead and to my crow's feet. And then I apply the moisturizer that I use every single day. And then if I choose, I wear makeup and I go about my day. In the evening, I use the same Revitalift system.
When I wake up in the morning, I typically wash my face in the shower with a Neutrogena face wash, and then I apply either moisturizer or a tinted moisturizer. So at night, I add a Neutrogena toner, and then my nighttime cream is Eucerin Q10 Anti-Wrinkle Cream.
My morning skincare routine is to splash my face with water, and then I wash with Eucerin Hyaluronic Acid Jelly facial wash. I put on a SkinCeuticals toner, a Rock moisturizer, a Neutrogena eye cream, and a Burt's Bees lip pomade. At night, I wash with Curology Creamy Cleanser. Then I put on TNS Serum, Gold Bond, Retinol Moisturizer to my face and my chest, a PCA Eye Cream, and a Neutrogena Sleep Mask Lip Mask.
When I first wake up to start the day, I wash with ordinary soap and warm water, and occasionally, we'll use an exfoliator. At night, I never forget to use a really rich, thick moisturizer, slather my face on. Olay Night Moisturizing Cream or Queen Helene Cocoa Butter, but it's essential. Don't go to bed without your moisturizer.